MikeTV.com right here with Jalil Hackett's dad, Bernard Hackett. What's going on, Mr. Hackett?
Nothing much. Came down here to support. You know, Tank is a great fighter from the area. He's doing something that helps our area. You know, he's picking up the mantelpiece and doing something amazing. You know, he's taking up the next steps that Lamont Peterson actually took up. You know, he carried the mantelpiece, bringing big fights into DC, and now Tank is doing that. And to have him on that card as well, amazing.
How big is it to having a fight in the same venue formerly known back then was the MCI Center after fighting after Mike Tyson fought? I think he fought Kevin McBride. I think.
Yeah. It's like you saw the end of one thing and then the opening of a new door.
Right.
So this is the next chapter on that. If you look at Washington, D.C. as a whole, it's growing, it's changing.
Right.
The vision of D.C. is getting different.
Right.
Why not let the fight fans here, because we are a fight town, get to show what we can do.
Right.
You know, because once we see it one time, every promoter out there gonna want to do something big because we can support these cards. It's not like we haven't in the past. We have.
Right. I think the last televised fight we had here was what, MGM about 4 years ago?
And even then we had a good fill out. We get guys who aren't even from here who are main events. They say, bro, they turn out. We're a fight city. Right. So hey, we turn out for all fights. You know this one gonna be something. Right. This gonna be. You can't even speak on what this one gonna be.
Right. Top to bottom, your son, obviously Jalil Hackett, is on the card. Tremendous talent. Mayweather signee. What's Jalil, 4-0 now?
Yeah.
4-0. 147 pounds. Was he 5'10", something like that?
5'11".
5'11", okay.
And growing.
He's still 19, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he's
19,
still growing.
So we've had a great relationship. The whole Mayweather promotion group has been, good in the development of my son's career. Look forward to a lot of good years with them. The opportunity we had with Tank, who is a tremendous athlete, and he's a tremendous mentor type guy. Right. He doesn't say a lot, but when he does, it's been something that has been good and positive to my son. Right. My son's been in camp with him a few times, and it's showing in his fights. Right. Every time he fights, you see a new wrinkle, and that comes from working with the top guys, the Tanks, the Boots, all those type of guys, the J-Rocks. Right.
His card is stacked from top to bottom. Jalil, Lamont Peterson, Anthony Peterson, Tank Davis, Damon Nicholson, Demetrius Andre,
Rashidi Ellis. This one of them cards that for a young fighter, even if you've been at 6 or 8 rounds and they tell you we can only get you on for a 4, you be like, I'm good. Yeah, just get me in. Because it's historical. Right. It's like when my son got to fight on the Mayweather-Paul card. Right. For him, that was like a bucket list thing. To ever be able to say you fought on a Mayweather card, that's a bucket list. This is also one of those things. Tank is becoming that guy. Right. Like, hey, I'm a bucket list. I was on one of his. Right. And to be on the same card, with a very good friend, Bozy and Boots. Those are good friends of ours.
Ron Inns, I forgot about him. Damn.
Man, Boots has been so instrumental in being more of the big brother type figure to my son, because they talk a lot. Right. And that is just as important as, let me show you how to fight. Let me show you how you should carry yourself. Right. So this is a great card. This is something that, whether we on the card or not, you be there to support, because it's history in the making. Right. You're seeing a lot of African American young men who have made themselves self-made millionaires, who are giving back. Right. You can't argue with it at all. Right.
How many fights here would you like to see Showtime come to DC?
I love to see Showtime here at least 3 or 4 times a year. Right. I think like I said, we're a fight town. Right. We show that we can support crowds. Right. So I would love to see him here, showcase some of the talent we have here. Right. Hopefully in the future, my son keep doing what he's doing. Right. Maybe he can be the next Tank that can bring a card like this to DC and say, for the next generation, I want to open that door up for you. Right.
And Jalil has a huge following. He has a blue check mark now.
Yeah.
He's a celebrity.
Yeah, he doing his thing. He live. Yeah, he's a celebrity guy. So, but he really don't care about that stuff. Honestly. Right. Jalil, he just
this is dad.
Play video games. How you doing, sir? How you doing? Good. How you doing? Nice to meet you, sir.
God bless you.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you, brother. But yeah, just seeing how we go and how we move. My son don't know play video games, train. He really low key. Right. But if we can keep him like that, I tell him all the time when he turn pro, stay focused till you're 32, then you can do whatever you want to do. Right. And it'll pay off. So
right. All right. right. Anything else you want the fans and viewers to know out there, Mr. Hackett?
Stay tuned, watch and follow us and support. And we love everything people do, and thank you for covering us.
January 7th, everybody be there. Tickets at what, Ticketmaster or
Ticketmaster, I'm sure, but you know, Capital One Arena probably gonna have it too. So
Capital One
however
Arena.
you can get it, pay-per-view, live ticket, whatever it is, be there.
You guys heard it first, Mr. Hackett. Mr. Hackett, thank you.
Nah, no problem.